Hey everyone, welcome. Hope you all are doing great. All right, let's get started. So today, now we are going to explore with early assist. So in the word accessibility, in between the first character and the last character, there are 11 characters exist. So that's why we call it as A11y or early, and our extension name is early assist. Before exploring with this extension, let's get to know three fundamental criteria which are related to this extension. So let's get in detail. First one is info and relationships. This criteria tells us to implement the relationship between elements so that user can able to perceive the information accurately. Next thing is page title. So this criteria tells us to provide a descriptive, meaningful and a unique page title value for every page in the application. We have to provide a unique and descriptive meaningful title value. And finally, headings and labels. So this criteria tells us to provide the heading values should be descriptive and convey the purpose of the content. So that's a brief introduction about all these criteria. So let's get to know what is title and the heading level 1. So title, which represents the context or summary of the page. Title, which represents the context or summary of the page, right? And the heading level 1 represents the main theme of the page's content. And if these two elements are aligned, users gain a unified understanding of the page's content by enhancing both accessibility and usability, right? Since they are having a relationship with the content, by aligning them, we could provide a more usability as part of accessibility. How to align them contextually? So let's see a few examples. In this example, the title is About Us and the company name NVIDIA, and the H1 could be like learn more about us. That is adequate. And avoid the generic title and H1 values, like title value is welcome and the H1 is home. So this is most generic values we are giving. There is no alignment and there is no relationship between the H1 and the title, which doesn't serve the purpose of the content of the page. If you improve that, the improved version will be, whereas title will be welcome to Microsoft and the H1 will be Microsoft's products. Thus improved version provide more elaborated usability to the user. So that's all few examples. Then how this extension will validate the relationship between the title and the H1 value. Let's see. So basically this extension scans three scenarios. One is to make sure that at least the page should have H1 tag value, one H1 tag value. The document web page must contain at least one H1 tag which describes the primary content of or purpose of the page. Then next scenario is title tag. The document web page must contain a title tag, and then it scans, it validates the title and H1 relationship. Does it having a proper relationship, valid relationship? meaningful relationship is there or not between the title value and the H1 value. Let's see. Let me scan this page. Scanning for accessibility. Yeah, we got success. Document meets all conditions which are proposed over here. Let me remove once. Let me remove one scenario. I'm making this H1 tag to H5 tag. Okay. All right. Let me scan again. So what is it? What is this? We got some errors. The document must contain at least one H1 tag. Please resolve the above mentioned errors and perform the scan. So it is notifying that there should be at least one H1 tag. That means in the document there is no existence of the H1 tag. Right. Let me revert this and let me remove the title. And scanning again. Again, another kind of error. The document must contain a title tag. So it is violating the title existence and the H1 tag existence. Let me refresh so that we could pull our title. Now we got a title and the H1 right. If you scan, you will get a success. Assume that there is another scenario, which is third one, the relationship between the H1 and the title. Let me do some alter with the title value. Okay, we have written simply API and the company name IBM. That is the title. And our H1 is this one. Okay, fine. Let's scan. So this is the third scenario. It validates the relationship between the title and the H1. It's saying like the title tag value must contain the H1 tag value expected. What is a REST API to be in the title? So it is saying like, okay, there is a H1 tag and the title, there is a mismatch is there, and provide some relationship. See, what is a REST API? That is the title and the H1. I'm scanning again. You got a success. Okay, all right. So what will be the benefit we will get over here? Without an extension, if you could see, how could you identify a title? Of course, you could identify the title just by seeing the page. Does the title exist or not? That is fine. That you would able to identify. But the H1 existence, how could you identify just by seeing, right? No. We have to inspect that manually. The page. Okay, where is the H1? Does the H1 exist or not? You might need to search for H1. Okay, H1 is exist. But if you see this casually from visual perspective, so what is a REST API? Is this H1? What is a REST API? Is this H1? REST design principles, is this H1? So you might get confused without inspecting, right? So there is a manual effort is there while we are reviewing the ADA compliance for any application. We have to see manually the existence of the H1 via the inspection. So here this extension will facilitate us the H1 existence is there or not. And in addition to that, the relationship is there or not between the title and the H1 value. So that is the advantage we have. If you consider with other tools, let's say for example Andy. If you see this Andy, let me remove the relationship. Let me alter the title value. And I'm running the Andy. Structures, 26 headings. So you have to navigate each heading. That does this heading level 1. Where is the heading level 1? You have to see until you reach. So it is not like the heading level 1 is exist every time on top of the page. So based upon the context, the heading level 1 might be placed somewhere, like it might be middle of the document also. You have to see where is the heading level 1. That is the one thing manually. And the page title. So it is saying page title is API IBM. The existence it is scanning, but as per this, each web page has a meaningful title. Does this title is meaningful or not? That it won't scan, right? The relationship between the H1 and the title value. So that facilitate will be happen by scanning our extension, Ali extension. Let's explore few scenarios, few examples, few example websites. Business laptops and computers, Microsoft. So earlier I did some modification with this title. Okay, this is the updated title. Business laptops and computers, Microsoft Surface for business. So yeah, this document meets all conditions. What do you need to scan then manually if there is no extension? Okay, you have to scan manually where is the H1 via inspection, and you have to over here, okay, business laptop and computers. Okay, Microsoft Surface for business is there in the title. Surface for business, this is the H1. There is a matching is there, fine. There is a manual effort that simply reduced with this extension with just one click away. So it is not like you have to be, there has to be all the information exist, whatever we have in the H1 should be in the title. It's not like that. So if the context is there in the title, then that is adequate enough. So here, download our retail optimization guide now. So the context is like retail optimization guide. That is the context. So does that exist or not exist in the title value or not? That is fine enough. If that is existence, it will only scans, not the entire value. It will scan actually. The same thing like our annual report 2024. It should not be like exactly the same H1 value in the title. If the context is matching, it simply scans and validate and provide us the status. At the moment, we are covering these criteria by using this extension. Going forward, we will add more features into this extension from the accessibility perspective. So basically, what are the limitations we have with other tools, with other ADA tools? Those limitations we could try to focus with this extension. And the reason this tool is developed via the extension is because if you notice via while doing the ADA review, if you run the HTML code sniffer or handy, then because of some proxy or some security issues, you could not able to scan the application schema. That means applications DOM. You could not able to scan, being that is a bookmark. It is basically bookmark, right? So the bookmark don't have a leverage to access the DOM of that application or a website if that is so strict with the security. But with this extension, the extension have the leverage to access the application DOM by taking the permission from the Chrome community, Web Store community. So let's see how to download. So go to Chrome Web Store and search for Ollie A11y assist. You will get this result. So this is the front view. Just add to Chrome. These are few screenshots. This is the brief overview about the extension. And if you notice any errors, if you notice any suggestions, then feel free to send a mail to this sandmanboga555@gmail.com. So that's all about our extension, Ollie Assist. So I will keep posted. Stay tuned.